Buongiorno once again from Italy, and to another episode of Lance's chairlift tour. Today we've actually moved all the way over to the Aosta Valley. It's getting close to the French border, and riding in a place called Pila today. I've actually been here before. I've actually been here twice, I think, 2018, 2019. I really like this area. I'm in the bike park today, and I'm really interested. I've hired myself another downhill bike. I've got a transition downhill bike, and as I say, I'm not really familiar with downhill bikes. They feel quite foreign to me, but I guess the question is, are they the right tool for a bike park? And so anyway, we'll do some laps of the bike park, and at the end of it, we'll see A, how good was the bike park, and B, is a downhill bike the best bike for a bike park? Anyway, enjoy. All right, we're off the chairlift, and we're gonna start with a track called World Cup track, because that sounds like fun. I mean, it's a downhill bike, World Cup track, that makes a lot of sense. Now, I did get the guy to swap over the brakes yesterday. Unfortunately, he got brake fluid on the brake pads, and so when I picked the bike up, the brakes just didn't work. So he's managed to swap out the brake pads, but they're not bedded in yet. But I figured a bit of tech might be a good way to bed them in, I guess. Right, so far it's not too bad. It's pretty chill. Huck. So yeah, I'll probably end up complaining about not being able to sit down all day, but hey, what's a bit of my videos without some complaining? Okay, where are we going? Okay, that's not insignificant. Oh shit, I didn't actually want that line at all. I wanted to come down there. Anyway, we made it work. Okay, what do we got here? All sorts of lines. Which line would you choose? Which line would you choose? Probably you'd say not that line, Lance. That's not the race line. Needs a look, do you think? A look? What do you think? A look? Probably worth a look. Okay, that's not quite vertical, but that's pretty steep. Okay, maybe this is a hard track. Let me shove a bit. That's less steep, I think. Okay, what have we got? What have we got? So nice and slow roll in. Slow roll in, slow roll in, slow, forget slow, forget slow. And then slide in and body check the pad. I think we could do that, but you always think you're going to come in slow, but by the end it'll just be fast. All right, lines, 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 lines. Oh, looks like an easy line around there. And probably. I'm not sure where I'm going here. Where am I going, guys? I don't know. I think we bypassed another feature. That'd be a fairly hut to rocks, wouldn't it? Alright, I never promised you I was going to do everything. No promises. Just you and me going for a ride. Oh, okay. That is really interesting. Holy woly, 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 woly. Woly, 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 woly. Okay, we're down. So was that little bit where you realise that, yeah, you're not going to be able to slow up. You're just going to have to try and ride it out. All right. A lot of yellow pads around here. That's all right, nice and chill. Okay, what do we got? Bit of a step up, not going fast enough, am I? Come on, pump it. Whee! All right, what are we thinking? I'm thinking. Oh, That's a jump, bang, bounce off. That's probably more skill than I've got, to be fair. Class Downhill World Cup. Yeah, Downhill World Cup, that's us. Maybe I should join old Gordon Stillwell and back into some downhill. I think it'd still beat me though. I think that's pretty good. Oh, I think I might end up using these pads if I'm not careful. Okay. Woohoo, woohoo. Oh, what the? Banana cake? Where would you go? Where would you go? Where would you go? Oh, okay. That's no joke. Hit the wall. Woohoo! That was lucky that pad was there. Give you some sense of security that you're just going to fall into the pad or go over the bars. I don't know, one or the other. All right, what do we think? Huck? Yeah, huck it. Huck it real good. Woohoo! You having fun yet? Jump! Which line? Oh, got lines everywhere. Down this way, we think. All right, well that was pretty cool. I don't know whether it's the end of the Nar. It seems to have dropped a grade or two. But I think I bedded the brakes in, so that's the good news. Black, red, black, red, black. Oh, made some serious judder bumps, or braking bumps, but I guess 200 mils of raging fury has got to be better than sort of 160, 170. Oh, maybe not. That is like hanging onto a jackhammer. Oh. And this bit here has to be the bumpiest piece of track known to man. So this is kind of cool, this bike park, because you're up here in the mountains, and it's, say it was 31 degrees in the car park, and it's actually quite cool up here, but you can ride all the way back into the Aosta Valley by another trail, which I will of course show you, but not before we go up again. Well, that was a really nice run actually. A little bit steep and techy, always gets you a bit scared, but I think it's a good way to start sometimes, is just to throw yourself in the deep end. Time for a break. We've only done one run, come on, seriously. Okay, I think we'll step it down a notch. We're going to do Quattro, or you guys might know it as track number 4. Although sometimes stepping it down a notch may not be as steep and as techy, but sometimes they have big jumps. So we'll check that out anyway. What have we got? What have we got? Drop, drop. Do you think they mean a drop, or maybe just a drop? Oh yeah, it's a drop. Jump not going fast enough as usual. What do we got here? It's easier to ride tech blind than it is jump tracks blind. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Drop, drop, drop. Yep. Jump, drop, jump. Oh, we're not going fast enough, I don't think. Yes, we are just. Oh, I needed more speed for that. What's this? What's this? Oh, yep. Oh, I don't know if I've got this though. Oh, you wouldn't be far away. Oh, and I haven't got that either. Or that. Sorry, guys. Question is, oh man, that's a big old table, eh? That's a big old table with very little running. I don't think it's for me, to be honest. It's just very steep takeoff, very long table, and terrible running. All right, we'll edit that out. Oh, look at these berms, man. That's nice. No braking bumps on those. That's the big difference, where you can just sweep round them without your arms breaking up to pieces. Did I mention the flowers? Sorry, I think I've got enough flower photos. We might leave that today. Jump, 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 jump. Whoa, shavers. Okay, that's when 200 mils of travel, actually, I was like, oh no, I've made a mistake. And it worked out fine. If you're wondering where Mrs. Best Day Ever is today, she's actually hired a road bike. And so we came here years ago, and I actually bike parked, and she actually rode up here on a road bike, and we met up at the top. So she actually just prefers that to doing this sort of stuff, which is cool. It's wrong, but it's cool. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Starting to get the feel of the downhill bike. The brakes are now, what was... Oh, a squirrel. It'll look tiny, of course, on the camera. Saw a marmot again this morning, right up close. I was on the chairlift and it was just right underneath me. Didn't know I was there. Still haven't seen a bear. My wife doesn't want to see a bear. Drop, drop, drop. What do we think? Yep. I'm not one to complain. Well, I am. I complain a lot. But if this was like super smooth with no braking bumps, it would be so awesome. But I guess it's pretty dry really to try and smooth them out. They have to wait till it gets wet. Which always does amaze me how dry it is. Considering we have had, I mean, they had floods here. If you watch the news, they had, this is the area that they had the severe floods and some people lost their lives, I think. And that was only like a couple of weeks ago, I think. This is quite a nice little bike park actually. It's the runs are not hugely long. Well, they're not hugely long back to this chairlift. If you go all the way to the bottom, they're really, really long. But just going up and down this bit's quite good. So when the downhill bike, it's about the right length for me. My legs, I can handle standing up for that long, and then of course I'm in the gondola and I can rest my legs. So it actually is working quite well. So I'm actually not missing a dropper post. I don't know that I would have used it very much on these short runs with, you know, really no flat bits anyway. So yeah, it's working. All right, which number next? I got no idea. Let's just make it up as we go, eh? Seems to be what we're doing today. Should take the high line. Always take the high line. starting to get the hang of the old downhill rig now. It's a shame really, because sometimes I think, oh, it'd be quite cool to have one, but where I live in Auckland, there's really not much use for one. You wouldn't take it to Woodhill, you wouldn't take it to Riverhead. I don't even know that Dome maybe would be beneficial. 440, there's about one track, Ruapehu, that might work, but yeah, there's not a lot of use for it. And you definitely don't want to pedal up the hill on it, so it's shuttles only. But yeah, having all this travel and being this slack, the only thing I would say, I don't love this bike as much as I did the Trek Session, and it can be a lot of things, could be just suspension, but I also think the Trek Session was a medium and this is a large, and I think for me a downhill bike being slightly shorter I think is a good thing. There are tracks going absolutely everywhere, through the trees, jump it. Oh, okay, that actually looks fun. What do we got? Okay, I spotted a jump, and then, well, I spotted some more flowers, didn't I? And then I decided that I'm going to do something that no Italian does, and that is sit in a field with a packed lunch and have a break. In Italy, you always stop at lunchtime, have a big long break, stop at a restaurant, have a proper meal and some food and drink and whatnot. But anyway, I'm a New Zealander, we just make a sandwich and we eat it on the side of the trail. So that's what I'm going to do today, really peaceful spot, and then maybe we'll go back and look at that jump. Okay, had my little lunch break, and so I'll show you this jump. There hasn't been a lot of jumps I found in Italy. It's mostly tech tracks. It's not sort of many of the sort of jumps that I like to do, sort of fairly, well, easy ones really. But anyway, let me show you this one. So it should be pretty chill. It's kind of like a step down and then looks like into another tabletop. So I might even set you up a camera, especially as this one's got flowers next to it. And you know I like my flowers. All right, let's give it a whirl. Oh, that's nice, yes. And that one, yeah. Woo. Not sure about the rest. Maybe we'll get to them. Gotta get the camera back. Oh, that's nice. And that one. All right, we might as well do it again and carry on with the line, I guess. Yeah, you beauty. Oh, I don't think there's no way I can double that. Or that, I'm not sure if that's a double. Made a bit of a meal of that. Anyway, got one nice jump. I think these bikes, they do jump really well. I think they're maybe a little less poppy than an enduro bike, but they're more forgiving. Where do you think number 6 goes? 6 black. Should we find out? Why not? Why not? So far, this is a pretty mellow black. I always get myself in trouble when I say that. And of course on the video, when I do it, especially if it's short, I'm gonna go, that's not a black. Well, I guess it's not the worst part of it. Okay, pick your line carefully. Luckily the tree roots are dry. I think it's like a black. I can ride most blacks in the dry. When they're wet, a lot of them I can't ride. I just... Oh wait, let the suspension go, Lance. Stop being a giant something. That's better. Sometimes you just go down so slow because you're kind of worried about picking up speed that you can't get back under control. Okay, whoops. Loose and shingly, and okay, let's clip back in. Turn, 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 turn. Turn, 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 go wide. Hit the wood. Oh wee. That's kind of a cool line though, wasn't it? Well, it's still going. Okay, I'm calling it a black. Whoa, it's not letting up the two. Is it? Alright. Woohoo! Oh, still going. Whoa, that would be fun in the wet. Grippy in the dry. Oh, I think I've been down that line already. Well, what do you think of that one? I really enjoyed it actually. Pila Bike Park's not the biggest bike park, but it's got a bit of mixture of tech, a mixture of flow, not a huge amount of jump tracks. It did have a few jumps, but not many. But it's a pretty cool bike park. I really like it. I think the cost of the bike was 80 euros for the day, and I think the chairlift gondola was 40 euros for the day, somewhere around there anyway, pretty close. The downhill bike, if you're thinking of hiring a downhill bike, they are a very different beast to an enduro bike, but once you get used to them, they're really good fun. I think they're really good at soaking up all of those braking bumps and the rough stuff, and they're just really, really stable. One thing I would say, at the end of this day, I ended up cycling a couple of kilometers on a cycle path, and it was just flat. I couldn't sit down and pedal. In fact, I tried taking the seat post and it just came right out. It was really, really short, so I could only stand up and pedal. It was 30 degrees, and that actually isn't that much fun. I was thinking, oh man, I wish I was on a normal bike now. But other than that, the downhill bike was pretty cool. I should show you my new apartment. We're in Aosta. You'll like this one if you're interested. This one my wife found actually. She's always good for bargains. This one's only about 100 New Zealand dollars a night, so a real bargain, this one. But what I do want to show you is where I'm editing this video and the view that I'm looking at as I'm doing it. Okay, so here's my little seat, my little computer. Doing the video editing right now, and then let's just walk out on the balcony a bit and get a load of that view. That is unbelievable. Just look at that. It's, as I say, it's almost got everything. It's got snow-capped mountains, it's got tiled roofs, it's got castles. You probably can't see the castles. And then even down here we've got a nice little garden and some chairs to chill out, a little veggie plot next to us. This is just, I can't describe, this is just like an absolute piece of paradise. What do you think of that view? That's unbelievable, isn't it? I'm just want to spend the whole day here. I think I'm just going to sit here, edit videos, and just look at the view. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. There is another one coming, hopefully showing you the track down from Pila to Aosta, and also another cool loop I did. So anyway, you better check out for that. Subscribe, thumbs up, like, leave a comment, and we'll see you on that one.